they came down from heaven. Not as saviors, but as rebels. "200 angels, radiant and terrible, descended upon Mount Hermon, not to guard mankind, but to claim it. They took women as wives. They taught sorcery, war, and vanity. And from this forbidden union came abominations, giants, devourers of men, of beasts, of the earth itself. The ground shook beneath their feet. Mountains split. Rivers turned red. The cries of the slain rose to the gates of heaven, and heaven responded. Bind the fallen. Cast them into darkness. Cleanse the earth with flood and fire. Thus began the reckoning, not just of angels, but of all who dwell upon the earth. The Book of Enoch, Earth's final age, has begun. It was in the days of Jared, a time when the sons of God beheld the daughters of men, and desire gave birth to rebellion. Semyaza said to the watchers,
"Let us choose wives from among the daughters of men, and beget children."
Azazel responded,
"If you do this, I will not stand alone. Swear with me an oath."
And they descended in glory, like blazing comets, upon Mount Hermon, where they bound themselves by oath. Their names became curse and legend. Their children would become ruin. And the watchers took wives. They taught them enchantments, cutting of roots, and the knowledge of the stars. Azazel taught men the art of war, how to make swords and knives, shields and breastplates. Semyaza taught enchantments and root cuttings. Amizarach taught the signs of the clouds. Kokabel taught the constellations. Penemo taught the bitter secrets of writing, and men multiplied their sins. The earth cried out, blood soaked the soil, and heaven grew silent. But amidst the ruin, a man walked with God. His name was Enoch. He was given a vision, not of what is, but of what must come. Angel Raphael said to Enoch,
"Come, Son of Man, there is much to show you."
He beheld great mountains, the prison of the star, the tree of life and the throne of the Most High. He saw the hidden places, the chambers of the winds, the end of days, and judgment written in fire. And the angels stood before the Most High. Michael, Raphael, Uriel, and Gabriel, terrible and radiant, awaited his command.
Go, bind Azazel hand and foot, cast him into the darkness, cover him with sharp stones in the desert of Dudael. Let him see the light no more. Gabriel, destroy the children of the Watchers. Make war upon the giants. Raphael, cleanse the earth for the righteous.
So the heavens moved against their own. The Watchers were cast down. The Nephilim were no more. And the flood waters began to rise. Angelic forms, translucent and mourning, weep silently as they look down upon the rising flood. Their expressions are solemn, not vengeful, as if watching the cost of righteousness. And Enoch was no more, for God took him. He walked with the divine until the veil between worlds fell away. No longer man, not yet angel, he became the scribe of heaven. He saw the secrets of the universe. He read the tablets of judgment. He beheld the throne beyond time. He became the Watcher of the Watchers, and his words, sealed for generations, would one day be opened when the stars fall from heaven and the Son of Man is revealed.
This is the first vision that I, Enoch, saw. A vision of righteousness, of the elect one, of the eternal light prepared for the righteous. And I saw the dwelling places of the holy, and the resting places of the spirits of the just. From that place I beheld the fountain of righteousness, and it never failed. It surrounded a fiery realm whose flames could not be quenched. And I heard the voice of the Holy One. This is prepared for my elect, a reward for the righteous, and a judgment for the wicked. And there I saw one who had the appearance of a man, and his face was full of grace, like one of the holy angels. This is the Son of Man, he who has righteousness, with whom righteousness dwells, and who reveals all the treasures of that which is hidden. And all who dwell upon the earth shall fall before him. He shall cast down kings from their thrones, and the mighty from their pride. He will break the teeth of sinners, and the righteous will dwell with him forever. And in those days the earth shall give up her dead, and Sheol shall return what it has taken. The books shall be opened before the Most High, and the sinners shall be judged for all their wickedness. But the chosen one shall arise, and he shall sit upon the throne of glory. From his mouth proceeds the word of justice. His countenance is terrible to the mighty, and comforting to the righteous. With him dwells mercy, and before him none can stand unclean. And I was taken to the place where the sun rises, and I saw the luminaries of the heavens, the treasuries of the stars, the paths of the sun and moon, the winds that rule the seasons. There were tablets on which the names of the righteous were written, and the days of men were numbered with precision. And I beheld the heavenly tablets, wherein every deed, every word, every breath was recorded. Nothing is forgotten before the Most High. And I saw the throne of the great glory, and the book was opened. The kings of the earth trembled. The mighty were brought low. The righteous were raised, like the morning sun after the flood. And the Ancient of Days sat upon his throne, and passed judgment on the fallen, and on the children of disobedience. But behold, a new earth was revealed. The trees bore fruit without ceasing. The beasts walked in peace, and the Son of Man was enthroned in light, to rule forever and ever.
And Enoch was taken from the earth, yet his voice echoes still, for he wrote all that he saw, the judgment of the watchers, the secrets of the heavens, the fate of kings, and the promise of the righteous. He inscribed the visions in scrolls, sealed them with light, and hid them until the appointed time. Until now.
And the angels took me, and showed me the machinery of the cosmos, the treasuries of light and thunder, the boundaries of the stars, the laws that govern sun and moon, the winds and the elements, and the times appointed for judgment. For all things move not by chance, but by decree. And a vision came unto me, a parable for the elect and the righteous, those chosen before the foundation of the world. A day of reckoning would come, when the righteous one shall arise, seated upon a throne of glory, and the kings of the earth shall quake. The sinners will be cast away. And the light of the elect shall never fade. And again, a vision opened before me. The kings of the earth, They who denied the name of the Lord of Spirits will see the Chosen One seated upon the throne of glory, and they shall be terrified. Their power will crumble, their temples will fall, and the names of the mighty shall be blotted out forever. But the righteous will dwell in light, for the Chosen One shall intercede on their behalf, and judgment shall be given to the just. And I saw a third vision, a parable of endings and beginnings. The time of judgment had come. Thrones were set, books were opened, and all who walked the earth, both mighty and low, stood before the Ancient of Days. The sinners, they who denied the Lord of Spirits, were cast into darkness without end. But the righteous, they were led into a world reborn. And I saw a new heaven, not veiled in shadow, but glowing with light unquenchable. I saw in my sleep a vision unlike any before, and behold, a white bull came forth, Adam. From him comes a black bull, Cain, and a red bull, Abel. And behind him, many beasts, each one not as it appeared, but as it symbolized, lambs, lions, wolves, each bearing the face of kingdoms, each step rewriting the history of man. From the fall of Adam to the flood of Noah. From Abraham's faith to the rise of Egypt, Babylon, Rome. And I saw them, the sheep, scattered and hunted, guided by rams, but betrayed by wolves. But above them all, the eyes of heaven watched. The Lord of the sheep readied his rod, and from the midst of slaughter he raised one, the Messiah, a great white ram, and he led the sheep to light. And I saw again in the vision, a flood came upon the earth, and the mighty waters swallowed every beast and bird and creeping thing. But one house, built upon 7 pillars, rose above the waters. Inside it, the white bull and his kin were preserved. Heaven's wrath raged below, but the covenant endured. Then they began to build a great tower, to make a name for themselves beneath heaven. But the Lord scattered them, and their tongues were divided. The land was split, and from it rose new beasts, each with their own color. their own tongue and their own path. And I saw 70 shepherds set over the nations. But not all were faithful. Then I saw a white bull emerge from among the scattered beasts, pure, radiant, and chosen. And the Lord of the sheep called his name Abraham. From him came a line of sheep, marked by faith, guarded by the Holy One.
And among the sheep there arose 12, and they became leaders of flocks. But one was taken, cast into a river of affliction. He cried out beneath the weight of wolves and burdens, and the Lord brought him forth with a mighty arm. He struck the beasts of Egypt. He parted the waters. He led the flock through flame and flood. That one was called Moses. And after Moses, there rose judges and leaders, rams among the sheep. Some walked in righteousness, others wandered into shadows. But the Lord raised up kings, and among them was one, a horned ram, strong and bright. He sang to the heavens, he brought peace to the flock. David and his son, Solomon, the white lamb of wisdom, built a house for the Holy One. But pride crept in, and soon the flock split. Wolves returned, the stars grew dim. And then the great birds came. Eagles, falcons, vultures. They swooped down from the north and from the east, and they carried the sheep away, by one, by tens, by thousands. Jerusalem was left desolate, the temple shattered, the flock wandered, lost in foreign lands. They cried out, but no shepherd came. The sky turned brass. The rivers ran dry, and the wolves prowled openly once more.
And I saw a white ram was born among the scattered sheep, a horn of power upon its head. It led the flock with strength and wisdom, and the wolves dared not approach. The sheep gathered again, no longer scattered, no longer afraid. And behind them rose a mighty mountain, bright with fire, crowned with stars. This ram, this horn, would crush the beasts and break the chains of exile.
And the Lord summoned the sheep, and the 12 shepherds who had led them. And he said, "You have devoured the flock. You scattered the lambs, and fed the wool. And the scrolls were opened. Each shepherd was judged for what they had done, not by their crowns, but by the blood on their hands." And the house of justice burned like fire.
And I saw a new heaven and a new earth, for the first had passed away. The former things were forgotten, and the world was made new. And the Lamb stood upon the Mount Zion with the chosen ones whose hearts were pure. They had washed their robes in the blood of redemption, and their light shone like the stars of heaven. And the voice of the Most High spoke, saying, Behold, I make all things new. I, Enoch, the scribe of righteousness, have written these things for those who come after. To the righteous, the pure of heart, and to those not yet born, when the wicked shall be judged. Let them know this truth. The Most High does not forget. Every word, every deed is weighed like dust upon the scales. The sinners shall speak no more. The kings of the earth shall wail. Their thrones will burn like dry grass. But the righteous, they shall dwell among the stars, and their voices shall be heard in heaven forever. And the faces of the righteous shall shine like the lights of heaven. They shall rise and walk with the angels, clothed in white robes, with crowns upon their heads, and songs of joy upon their lips. They shall see the countenance of the Ancient of Days, and there shall be no more pain, nor death, nor curse. This is the portion of the elect, the glory that was promised from the beginning. And I saw the final book opened, where every word was weighed, and every life was known. The sinners and the fallen shall vanish like shadows, their names erased from the earth. But the righteous, they shall inherit the light. A new heaven shall rise above, and a new earth shall be beneath. And time shall be no more. The Son of Man shall sit upon his throne, and all shall know. This was always the plan.
This is the vision of Enoch, a witness from before the flood, a voice for the end of days.
And I, Enoch, saw these things, and wrote them down, that those yet unborn might remember.
The heavens shall be shaken, the earth shall be destroyed, but his word shall remain. Are you ready for his return? Let these these words remain as a light. For all who seek truth, may you walk in wisdom and be guided by the Lord of Spirits. Amen. If this message touched you, consider subscribing for more spiritual journeys like this one.